Hello everybody, I'm Mustang Gus and welcome to my 2,500 day base tour. And don't starve together. Now, I wasn't actually planning on making a video for day 2,500, but I kind of feel like I've done as much as I can do with this world, and I don't know if I'm going to make it to day 3,000, so day 2,500 it is. This is a Pig King City base, so it is a massive base built around the Pig King as my primary resource. Coming in through my tree farm over here, we have my spider farm. This is a copy of Jake Soros's spider farm design. It works pretty well, but in the most recent update, I noticed the rabbits would die when the Spider Queen came out, so I turned it off. I much prefer using the frog technique, where you build a whole bunch of spider nests around a frog spawn, and then you just go and harvest it, and you get absolutely insane amounts. That works so much better. We have a whole bunch of the Jubilee lights around the base now. These look absolutely amazing. This is from one of the recent events. We've got the new mega trees with the mega fruit on them, boy. These are absolutely busted. These give you the ability to see at night, although you are slowed when you eat them, which kind of sucks. And these generate gems, which is just absolutely freaking busted. Like, absolutely insane. The base is massive, so I'll go left to right. Left being this way, and we'll take it section by section. We have a little grave farm here. This is from the Wendy update. During full moons, I can use that to harvest my pigs, although I don't really need to do that at this point in the game. Here is the event thing for the Year of the Rabbit. If you want to do some pillow fights here, you could. Here is a little set piece I built for when they added the dark and the lunar super weapon sets. As you can never craft them without the craft station, so you kind of need a set piece. You can't prototype them and then work off them, unfortunately. You've got to love this area. Out of this one. Over here we have my two cats, Kubla and Genghis, named after my cats when I had a kid. When I was a kid, I mean. These are absolutely busted, so I always run with the Year of the Pig King event on, and cats will constantly vomit up red pouches, and literally what I do is I live off, Pig King mega meals, which is from the event for 6 event things which you get out of these red pouches, and by the time I've run out of them, the cats will have vomited up enough to go and buy a whole bunch more. It's actually such a goated way of living off food. Continuing over to the left, we have my Winter's Feast set piece with all of the dishes. You can feast on these with your friends for a little bit of hunger and sanity up, although it is not great, and they do eventually get destroyed. Was that one dancing for a second? What the hell? Pretty much all of the ornaments. Not all of them, though. I am missing one here and there. Also, a glitch you're going to see throughout my base. I have so much stuff that it's actually failing to render in objects now, because my base is so full, so my base can't get that much bigger. It really can't get that much bigger. Here we have a little Halloween event set piece. This is the weird new preservative item. You can put things in, but apparently not tillweed self. You can put food in to make it last forever. Farm totally normal trees. Use this to create potions to grow special things. Particularly part of this little build here. I like this. Because it's they're running in the Nightmare Werepig's running into the Dreadstone like he does in the battle. Over here we have a tiny little set piece for some deer antlers because it was just a free space. This is the remnant from my original base. This world started off up to day 1,000 as a zoo base where I tried to collect every animal, but eventually I gave up on that, and this is the only remnant of it, this koala-fin zoo I made, which I'm really proud of. This here is the main reason I decided to do the day 2,500 base tour rather than have it be at 3,000, because I ran out of things to do so thoroughly on this world. As you can see, I harvested every single twig on the overworld and in the caves, and every single tuft of grass, just for something to do. Just for something to do. So I really do not think this world is going to ever make it to day 2,500. I'll probably play more Don't Starve Together. It'll just be on other worlds. As I'm sure you can tell from that little run around, we have a giant chest set here. Frustratingly, over here we do have a cave entrance in the way, and over here I slightly miscalculated the size, so I had to build some docks. But it does work. It does work. You can play chess on this, although it's kind of hard to see what's going on. A little pond here for refilling, which apparently I've never looked at before. For refilling water for the farms, which is lovely. Got a little set piece here for my beefalo. Gotta say, I feel like Wormwood is the only person that really can have a beefalo, because the constant pooping everywhere, like Wormwood could just rub the poop on himself. Everyone else, it just fills up their inventory. Honestly, I really despise beefalo. Like, they're so annoying. Getting on them, getting off them, having them poop everywhere, having to tame them, it's a big deal. Coming down, we have my main crafting section with all the crafting stations. Some of them haven't rendered in, but I can assure you they're all here. Also, Glommer is here, but you can't see him. He's not rendered in properly. We have an insane amount of Glommer Scoop saved up. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're not going to need to worry about blooming anytime soon. I will take some for a quick bloom right now as we speak. Boop! Wormwood main shenanigans. Here is my upgraded storage section. For the longest time, being a console player, I was not able to properly have a storage section. Well, I could build one, you know, and it would work, but because you couldn't line things up, it was incredibly hard to make it, like, tight like this. You couldn't even make it, like, close to this tight. Where's my robot dancing at? You couldn't even make it freaking close to this tight. But since it's got reworked, you now can, and it's so much better. This is, wow. This is absolutely delicious, the storage section. For reference on how much better it is, I had this exact same storage setup, and I moved it to this. It took me like 1,000 wood to move it to this. It literally doubled in size. I had every single chest filled, and now 2/4 of them are completely unused. I doubled the size of my chest section with this. Very, very pleased with this update. I really want to start a new world, so my whole world, like, from scratch, can be built like this. This one looks so nice. In the middle, of course, we have the beautiful Pig King himself. That's rotted, but normally there'd be a meat in there, which allows us to create those superfoods. That's a sunken chest, just for show. Here is my elasticized chest, where we have my ludicrous amount of twigs, grass, and rot. I used almost all of my rot. I had like 1,000 rot. I used almost all of my rot fertilizing all of the grass, because there's just such a ridiculous amount of it. Headed up here, we have all the mushrooms. I harvest these on occasion to make myself mush hats, so I don't starve as fast, which is hella handy. Here we have all the backpacks, a whole bunch of potted plants and succulents. This is where I originally had my anti-hound setup, like way before this was a mega base, when this was the corner, but since then it's been built in, so it's not as good anymore. Here we have a little self-revival strip I made. I love these like little intermediary builds. I love how these turned out. This is really nice. Here we have the Year of the Carrot event thing. Boop! Here's my carrots whenever that comes around. Here, a little set piece to hide the stage hand. You hide back there. Here's where I mucked around with custom biomes. I used to have this as a big custom biome too, but I changed it to just the grass zone. I keep having to add more trees, because twiggy trees grow, which is really frustrating. But that's all good. This looks better with less trees, but I don't want twiggy trees to grow, so it keeps getting thicker and thicker. Oh! Wow, there's a sound effect for that? That's awesome. Pearl is now living in my dock section, as with the most recent update you can move Pearl, which is fucking awesome. And she just constantly gives you bundles. As you can see, I have a ridiculous amount of bundles, because I think as long as she's happy with where you move her, she will constantly gift you bundles, which is really cool. So you're never going to need for shells. This is my little Pearl custom biome. Decided to use knobbly trees to be the trees for this area. I think that worked out really cool. Oh, somehow I went past this when I was showing off the storage section. This is my Wolfgang workout space. Even have his new ice and fire bells, which is super cool. Wolfgang, if we're ever doing some bossing, is great, because with his new skill tree, you can get like a base like 55% damage increase, which is nearly as much as a spear, just on top of everything else, which is utterly ridiculous. Following up the left here, we have my drying rack section. There is stuff in the middle here, but it's not rendered in. My crockpot section. My Wally's crockpot section. This is a little billet I built for spiny bushes. No point in these. They damage you when you harvest them. Only 1 damage, which isn't too bad, but there's really no point in that existing. I just wanted to have another set piece there to fill it in so we can get all the way to the water. Here is a little set piece for all of the year events, all the different events. I still haven't marked the signs for these ones. I still need to do that. A Beefalo show-off station, where I grinded out all my Beefalo skins. Love the addition of Beefalo skins, so freaking cool. tiny little berry bush section. This is only when Wormwood got the like skill tree ability to make them, because my world was juicy berry bushes, so we couldn't originally make these. Here, this is my favorite section in the whole base. I've harvested them recently to make these tillweed selves. But this is my tillweed farm, unless I'm actually farming, and then it's a real farm. Over here we have all of the seeds. This is some combinations, you can pause and read it if you want to, of things I grew to get my giant fruits and vegetables. As you can see, I have collected all of them over the years. 2 of them here, the rest of them in another part of my base, because they didn't all fit, annoyingly. You might be thinking to yourself, Mustangers, are you insane? Having tillweeds is going to like drain the nutrients out of the soil. Don't worry, I have heaps of all of the nutrients, and if we ever need to grow anything again, I could just like fully regenerate it to healthy in like 2 seconds. Here we have a little old school water path leading all the way over to the Lunar Island, and then a gravel path leading all the way over to the Moonquay Island. I'm planning on having my next mega base on the Moonquay Island. Another little path leading over there to get a, what are they called? Seaweed? What the hell are those things called? Oyster? Whatever those things are called for cooking. One challenge I did do on this world is getting all of the recipes, and that is needed for quite a few of them. So I grinded out all the recipes. I grinded that out while I was doing all of the giant... all of the giant crops, because I'm like, I'm going to have all the food, so I might as well. So you have all the recipes collected. Delish, delish. Over here, as I'm sure you saw while I was walking past it, we have the Carnival section. If we ever need to grind carnival events, this is the place to do it. And here, before I started using the cat coons for it, during the year of the cat event, this is how you're actually supposed to do it. You play hide and seek with these guys, and if you find them, you get like 1 event gem for each one, event like gold. And if you find all of them, you get like a bonus swipe. So you get like a couple of things to live for a day. But doing that event takes time, and the method I use, it takes up like literally no time, so it's so much better. Little display here of all the alternate versions of the skeleton. I farmed pretty much every rock in my whole world. I'm just like waiting for meteors to respawn them over here, which they have, luckily. But I took to farming them down in the caves, and I have so many extra like fossils, so I made that little display, because why not? You got extra fossils, you might as well make use of them, right? What was that one ducking in and out? The hell? Oh, they must be rotting. They must be like rotting. I've never seen that happen before. That's so cool. And I'm sure, as you saw, we have a little flower display here for Abigail's Cisterna Revive thing that I created during an event. A couple of twig farms. 4 twig farms if you count the other one as well. If I ever have another player here, we can use the Lazy Deserter for teleporting back, which is really nice. Lore plant farm, which I lived off for quite a while before I started using the new technique. I would just harvest these and use honey to make, what is it, like leafy meat bundles, which is a pretty good food. Up here we have a whole bunch more farms. These are the ones from the Moonquay Island. We have monkey tails, which gives you reeds, Wickerbottom Mains Rejoice. The special trees from that island, which gives you the ability to build docks, which is pretty good. We have bananas over here, which is a busted food. If you ever decide to live as Wonky, you can just live off like 20 bananas. I have like 40 here, but 20 is more than enough to live off. It's absolutely cracked. Here we have a little stone fruit farm. Pretty good for getting stone if you use the explosives, but honestly, I think I prefer just straight harvesting the rocks with a pickaxe. I think that's a more efficient way of doing it, because you get other resources from that too. Here, as you can see, my base was originally a juicy berry bush farm. Down here we've got the juicy berries. Somehow, by complete accident, I accidentally caught a Krampus in my world. I have no idea how this happened. I was doing some sort of basing thing. Oh no, I remember now. I was getting the flower saddle for my beefalo, and while getting it, I had to kill a whole bunch of butterflies which spawned Krampus, and this one was like stuck, so I built around him, and I was like, you know what, you're going to be part of my base now, buddy. You're going to be part of my base now. Continuing up, we have a massive fish farm, which I've honestly never harvested. Oh, just up from the fish farm, actually. We have the fig forest. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Have massive plans for this in my next Moonquay Island. I want these to be like all the way over the top of it, but just in the side of my world for now. Get all the figs we ever want. Going up from that, got a little tiny bull kelp farm. Beautiful. I'm really proud of this dock here with all of my ocean trawlers to catch fish. Although, I'll be honest, outside of catching a few fish when I first built it in order to put in my fish storage here, which is glitched, as you can see with the visual glitch, it's pretty much just turned into a rotten fish farm, because it constantly harvests fish even when I'm not around, but still cool. I like it. I like it. Down here we have a little set piece for Wickerbottom's most recent rework. I'm pretty sure she's going to get another rework soon, because she got her skills reworked, but I don't think she got a skill tree. And she's going to get a skill tree soon. She's going to be busted when she gets that. She's going to be absolutely busted. Here's a little display for all of the new bosses they added. The most recent one I killed was the Great Depth Worm. Technically, the most recent one I killed was like the Celestial Abomination, whatever it's called. But weirdly, that doesn't have a statue. Definitely going to have to re-kill that at some point when the statue gets added. Yeah, coming down from my statuaries area, this is all the other statues here. We have my giant crops display. This took me, I think, like 3 in-game years to get the giant versions of all the crops. This is a Major League mission. And I'll be honest, outside of playing Wily to get, like, pepper for the, like, spicy versions of the meals, which gives you a damage buff, I would say this is completely worthless. I really did not like this rework. I preferred the old, farming method, but oh well, that's what happens when you played a lot of the original Don't Starve. You can't see them here, but this is my fish display section. This is one of the things I still haven't done. I haven't caught all the fish. I haven't filled out the scrapbook. And I haven't collected all the ornaments. Those are like the 3 things I've yet to do to get like the full 100%, but I want to do that on another world. My little pigman palace here. You can't see it properly, but there should be another line of pig houses here. It hasn't shown up for some reason though. And I think that is everything. Oh no, we got my lovely little, I love this with the corn, grass gecko farm. This is where my grass originally was when I first made the base, but now with the super grass farm, I really don't need it. If you want to activate that, all you need to do is bring in Chester from over here and have him run around. Easy as that. I thought that was everything, but there was a couple of things I forgot. We have my old Winona farm over here for farming the triple nightmare boss you do to get the night heart. This is an insane way to farm nightmare fuel, but nowadays, since the introduction of the super night armor that I showed you guys over here, if that event is active in the caves, you get night blobs that fall from the ceiling, and they literally drop 5 nightmare fuel each and don't fight back. So that is infinite nightmare fuel. So I haven't used that farm in ages. And speaking of in the caves, I might as well show you my caves. A lot of people visit my world and they expect me to have heaps of stuff going on in the caves. All I use down here, literally all I use down here, is for farming honey. I also tested if beefaloes stay tame down it, if you leave them down here and don't feed them. They do not. That does not work, so don't do that. Don't do that. Farm some of my boulders for displays here. And if you're wondering how I've got all these flowers, originally I had to plant the flowers for these beehives, but in some update they added a feature where bees will just generate flowers. So now this is a full flower biome, which is freaking awesome. But that is my base, chat. 2,500 days. Wow. It has turned out pretty awesome, I gotta say. It turned out pretty awesome. Really don't think I'm going to make it to day 3,000. I don't think there's enough content left. I do think they're eventually going to add a super nightmare boss and a final boss. But as you can see with the rendering issues, I can't add that much more to my world without it rendering out. I think my next major goal is going to be to do a new world where we try and get all the ornaments and get 100%. And I plan on living in the Moonquay Island. I'm going to get cannons, destroy all of this, build docks all around here, then have 4 on the corners, I might need 8, giant fig trees. And I'm going to base here as warthogs, or maybe the old lady that can turn back time and have custom teleports, so I can live there without having to bridge all the way over. I can just teleport there and back. That'd be a really cool world. If you want to see me do that world, let me know in the comments. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in for more Don't Starve content coming soon.